All right. Good morning, everyone. Melissa here. What's up? So, I've got a lot going on. When you have a lot going on, guys, take the extra time to get extra rest. That's usually what I do. I get extra sleep when I have things going on because I know this, I'm okay, but I know the stress in life can cause harm if you keep on going, right? If you keep on stressing, having a lot of stress in your life. I do have a high tolerance for stress. I don't know why. I just kind of seem to ride the waves in life. And then I rest. Yesterday I was at the pool. I've got to get my workout in this morning. I may go to the pool later. So yeah, the place that gave me a hard time the other day, they don't want to pay me. I haven't gotten my check. My rent is due, and I'm like, where's my check? Haven't heard a word. Sent another text today. Where is my check? Haven't heard a word. And I can see, that he has seen my texts from yesterday. So, boss doesn't want to pay me. So, when this happens, you're going to come up with a plan B. So I don't know that I'm getting my money for the work that I did. I can call the labor board, and we know that takes forever. So luckily I started my cleaning business, so I have somebody contacting me. Somebody just said something. So I have someone contacting me for a 9-hour job. They wanted it on Friday. I'm working at the restaurant Friday. And so I said, how about tomorrow? This is in a whole new place of Colorado I haven't been to before. Last time I had my friend with me, and I felt a lot safer cleaning with someone with me. And this one I'm willing to do a 9-hour by myself. So that's going to be a long day tomorrow. It looks like it's going to pull through. So I'm going to do that. I had to make a phone call today to make sure the utilities were cut off from my old place to my new place here. That not only was everything transferred here, but everything was cut off over there. And it was, and I had the COPE help, so that was great. They took care of that. Let me see what's going on. Oh, so yeah, so a couple more things here. Yeah, so without the rent, I'm probably, without rent money, they're just either going to wait or I'll have to make calls today. That's something I'll have to do. As far as my divorce, what's going on there is I called the court yesterday, and they have a hearing, it looks like, in August, and I shared this on my other channel. And it's like, I said, well, wait a minute. I thought the final hearing was the final hearing that was already there. And they're like, well, you said you had put in some requests that you wanted a final hearing. And I'm like, yeah, but those were all denied. I had asked for reconsideration, and it was all denied. So I pretty much thought, this divorce was done kind of deal, because I didn't show up. And they're like, no, it was incomplete, and they're going to let you, have your final hearing. So I'm like, okay, and when is the date? When I first called the court, they said August 22nd at some time. And then when I talked to someone else, they said, we haven't put it out yet. So not sure what's going on with that. I said, is Gardner retired? Yes, he retired. It's a whole different judge. So that's how it looks. That's how it looks. I would have to see a notice, and, I let the attorney I have, let her know if she wants to put in an appearance. She can. She had, I had gotten back in contact with her, and she was like, oh, I'm sorry, there's nothing that I can do. There's nothing I can do in the future. You can't appeal anything with the court. And I'm thinking, what is she talking about? I just talked to the court, and they said you can appeal stuff. So I'm thinking, what kind of lawyer is this? Honestly, You didn't put in an appearance. You didn't, I mean, she didn't even say, let me figure out how I can do something. And I have heard her reputation. A lot of people have said that she's very slow. She delays everything, which, if you're in a divorce, it's not a bad thing, her approach to delay everything. But she didn't want to go any further at all. And I'm just thinking, I said to her, the court said that you can appeal stuff. So I had no idea what she was talking about. And here we are. I appealed, and the court is willing to listen to me. So I had sent out something saying, look, if you still want to be my lawyer, here it is. And if not, let me know. So I haven't heard anything. Like, okay. And then I had told her before too, if this is what she thinks, I'll find someone else. So it looks like I'll probably have to find someone else now if this is going to go through. I personally miss my husband. I talked about a dream last night I had about him. I've had a handful of dreams about my husband, that we are just together, my whole family. Vivid memories. There's no question in my mind that I am supposed to be with my husband. There's no one else for me. I mean, am I ticked off at my husband? Yeah, I am. I'm ticked off at what he did. He didn't even have a conversation. He didn't communicate. Communication is the number one thing in a marriage. He didn't communicate. He just decided to go off on his own and divorce. He really ticked me off with that one. Do I love my husband? Of course. I built a whole entire childhood and adulthood with my husband. I love my husband a lot. Do I put up with his crap? No, I don't. I don't put up with it. And so, there's no desire for me to be with any other man, and there are men interested, and I just swat them off like flies. I am not interested in anybody. You cannot build a life with somebody like I have with my husband and think that within, a couple years it's going to end after, 33 years of being together. It's going on 34. I just haven't seen my husband in a couple years. It's going on 34, and to build a whole entire life as we did, I mean, it's a strong, strong foundation we built. I mean, I don't know anyone in my life who has had a stronger foundation than me and my husband. I mean, not only childhood together, not only like second grade and the teachers that we shared together, Mrs. Walker, Mrs. Bassett, third grade, Bresnahan, Roberts, fourth grade, Curtis, Sidway, fifth grade, Mrs. Fostier, Mrs. Weddle. She was a teacher that died. I used to go in and help her with correcting homework, math. I used to do that, and she had died in a car accident. That was really sad. They had like the whole school, sitting down, getting counsel, for that. Sixth grade, Mrs. Wright. I'm trying to think of my teachers. Was it Boynton? Might have been Boynton. He didn't like Boynton. Seventh grade, Anderson. Potozak? No, Potozak was eighth grade. Seventh grade, Anderson. Who else? I forget her name. Eighth grade was Potozak, and I think Bobby Sawyer's mother married his father. Anyways, I don't know. Whatever, Boynton or whatever. So there were some substitutes there. Lots of memories. The same friends. Chris, Jeff Allen, Chris Yatton, Jason Babkirk, Mike Briggs, who we know had died in New Hampshire, was shot. Same families, Epsom, small town, all families know each other. Same roads, I think about us going parking in Chichester, Epsom, I'm sure him still being in New Hampshire, he thinks about me. Same grocery stores, same, there are so many landmarks with us on it in New Hampshire. Um, the prom, the graduation, the places I've worked, the places he worked, the, let me see what else. Just the same people we knew, the churches we went to, the things we did with our boys, Boy Scouts, the trips they made, there's just such a strong foundation. You just cannot get away from it. Um, Let me see what else. Yeah, a little bit of hard times does not take away all the good. It doesn't take away the good. The last couple years, being in Webster, all the motorcycle riding we did together, and I would actually hurt my butt being on a bike that was just not big enough for both of us. So, there's just no way to take away those memories, no matter how angry you are, no matter how much hate he has had, or frustration, or vengeance, or whatever. You cannot take away all that good foundation. And of course we have our sons. I was watching a video last night of a mama, and I posted it having her baby and all the memories there. I mean, we had our firstborn in the hospital, and he was just my husband was there for me in the hospital. I mean, we had him, and it was just a wonderful experience. My husband cried. Um, he cried with each one. He cried with my son, my other son. My other son reached out to me yesterday. I had called his work to make sure he's still alive, and left a message. He happened to reach out, I guess, in the morning. We just happened to reach out at the same time. That's weird. I've been praying for him. My other son I reached out to. Plus, I live with three of them. There's no way to get away from this kind of stuff. The second born, having him, the great memories we had together. Our third one, first home birth, very special time for us there. Very special with our fourth one, the midwives, our fifth one, special times, the memories, movies we've watched together, music that has bonded us, um, things we've done, just the ocean, the memories every year up to the ocean in Maine. Just building for years, building on Christ, building on our faith, same values, so much has been the same that for him just to try to cut it down in 2 years, it doesn't work very well. And I am thankful this judge is giving more time. I have prayed for more time. I didn't do anything to be like, nothing crooked, like, I don't even know this new judge. I don't even know the people over there in Laconia. I have no idea who they are. So I haven't done anything. I've just prayed God would slow things down because this is a marriage. This is not only a childhood, but a whole entire adulthood together, my whole entire life. So even if we are divorced, I'm still going to feel married. And there's no one that can compete with my husband in my mind. No one. So even if we had, let me see, even if we had 20 years left in our lives, he's still my husband in my mind. And in my body too. Um, so even in my body, I can feel it. I can feel, it's so weird. I can just it's just weird. I'm not even going to go into it. So it's probably that one flesh thing. So, anyways, a lot going on. Slow things down. I am like sweating again. I think it's like another hot flash. I keep having these hot flashes, and I'm not crying over my husband. I don't think I am. It's just thinking about all the good and everything, and just how I will always love my husband. I mean, oh my goodness, I'm gonna take some of this blanket off. Um, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter that I work, it doesn't matter that I'm busy. It doesn't matter. I mean, I will always love my husband. And yeah, his behavior, yeah, he really ticked me off. But um, you can still love someone even when they tick you off. So I am gonna get to my stuff I need to do today. I've got a lot going on. Um, yeah, so I guess that, what my whole point to this video is this one. I'll probably do some more videos later. I've been studying. I have a menu to study again. Um, is just that, I think of this woman having her baby too and how special those times were for us. And even now, I love my guys. I mean, I love to see them grow. I love to watch them continue in life. I was scared to death hearing about somebody being killed in Concord recently. I watched the news in Concord, New Hampshire, and some body was dug up. I scared to death. It was one of my sons. Cannot imagine what some of these parents go through. Um, so what else? Yeah, just built on a strong faith with my husband. I am getting rid of this bed, by the way, pretty soon. Anyways, I keep looking at this bed. I just sit here and I'm comfortable. Just a life together. There's no denying it. I watch one of my older sons right now, and he's in that time of having a special girl to him, and they're probably going to be engaged before you know it. And it reminds me of all the times when I was young and I would go see my husband and his family and all the family reunions. I mean, we did all that together. Even though we were at family reunions, we did a lot on our own together. We went to, I remember when dating him and we were at Lynn's camp and we would go off and we'd take the float by ourselves on the lake and go out together, and it had popped. We brought it in the bushes and we were fooling around and the whole thing popped, and we had to bring back a broken float, and just so many memories with my husband. And I absolutely, love everything about my husband. I do. But I've been ticked off at him for a little while and called him a loser and a piece of crap for, leaving us over nothing, over nothing, just because he's mad. So the communication has to be there. It has to be good. It has to be, you know, um, it has to be there. I mean, you have to be able to communicate. And that's something I've always said to my husband. Why, that's like a weak point for him. It's hard for him to communicate. And when he gets frustrated, he's just like lashed out. And that's something that's had to change. So, I love him even when he lashes out. I still love him. I don't know why. It's just like we're made for each other. I have a huge love for my husband, and we are made for each other. And there's a Kiss song about being made, I was made for loving you. And it's just like that. We are made for one another. Despite his throwing me, he was really repentful and really sorry about that. And he knew it was wrong. And he knew I wasn't going to put up with it, because you shouldn't have to as a woman. Don't put up with stuff. Um, you just don't, I don't know, even as a person, you don't put up with stuff. So, he was getting off track a little, but in the big picture, my husband, he is in general a good guy. Uh, just gets frustrated. He's like a bear sometimes. So nothing like, the burning bed. There's nothing like that. But yeah, that's bad when a man wants to bloody his wife up, and that's why you put your foot down the first time. So just a stupid argument, and I don't know. I think he was going through something with the house, and even then, it doesn't justify it, but still, not allowed. And so this whole divorce thing, uh, he'd be better off working it out. Really, he would, because you don't just go take a fit and say I'm going to divorce you and go divorce somebody. You don't just do that. So that's what I got for now. I don't know what really is going on with the court. Um, but I do know I love my husband, and you know, the communication, just like I shared a video on here about my work situation. If anything good comes out of that, it is sitting down like that guy did and saying, these are our concerns and what are your concerns? These are our needs. What are your needs? And this is how, you know, I think he was right about communicating. I mean, he was wrong with trying to come up with things, but I think it's important to communicate and say, you know, and usually I would talk to my husband and I would say, what are your needs? Do you even know what your needs are? You know, and a lot of men don't. And these are my needs, and this is how I feel. And a lot of relationships in life, they just, if you would just stop and take the time to talk, sit down and talk. That's it. Sit down and talk and say, this is how I feel. Well, you know, that's not really true. No, I wasn't saying that. This is what I meant when I said that. You know, just being able to talk it out would do, I think, I think most marriages would stay together if people could talk. We just don't talk nowadays. Family, why can't we talk? Why is it my will and your will? Why is it like that? Why isn't it, look, we love you, you know, we love you, we love this and we love that about you, but this is not okay, you know, so we need to be able to communicate better to keep relationships together. So that's what I got for now, guys. Thanks for joining me.